So we're back again, this time legitimately by unpopular demand. After I did a collection on the weekend with my daughter, a gent by the name of Paul F. commented on the video and gave me a whole load of Marillion songs that he thought he'd like to see. I gave him various reasons why most of them would probably either be a good idea or a terrible idea. And the one song I said I would almost certainly never do was Grendel. I said that I'd probably wait for people to yell it out during every video and still not do it because that's become something of a Marillion tradition. But then he dropped me a link to a lyric video, and it's Thursday night. I'm feeling kind of limbic brained, and I thought I'd give it a go. So with absolutely no pretense at having the literary or the intellectual credentials to discuss either of the pieces of literature that this song was inspired by, that being Beowulf and Grendel. I think the second book was called Grendel. Let's give it a go. This is a piece of astonishing prog rock. The widdly whittling is strong in this one. Feels kind of worth doing this song, if only because post-punk, when the New Romantics ruled the earth, this band made this. They made a piece of unapologetic, absolutely proggy prog rock, and carved out an audience doing it.
Mountains echo, curfew's bell, signal ending tasks. They place their faith in oaken doors, cower in candlelight. The panic seeps through blood-stained floors as Grendel stalks the night.
No one ever said fish couldn't write. I mean, I only know Beowulf in as much as I know it's one of the oldest written tales. I only know that a book exists where somebody took the story of Beowulf and rewrote it from the perspective of the monster, Grendel. I don't know how much of that Fish directly took to write these lyrics. I just know those are really, really poetic lyrics. Poetic lyrics. Oaken doors. Panic seeps through blood-stained floors as Grendel stalks the night. I mean, it's a great piece of storytelling. It's an astonishing act of folly to have made this song, and probably an astonishing act of folly to try and comment on it from my limited abilities and knowledge. But let's give it a go. Wow. I mean, it's Nordic, it's epic fantasy. It's fantastic poetry. And so far, not very many widdly whiddlies, but they are coming.
Wooden figures, pagan gods, stare blindly across the sea. Appeal for help from old
Appeal for help from ocean fogs, for saviors born of dreams. This is Viking mythology, right? And saviors born of dreams, it's probably not the worst description of the gods, of whatever pantheon you might believe. I know this song. I've heard it lots. I've never particularly sort of on a granular level looked at the lyric. I don't know, how old was he when he wrote this? He was a baby. He was a puppy. But boy, that big Scotsman could get his poetry on.
They know the lines are forfeit now.
Priestly heads they bow in shame.
They bow
Wow.
in shame. They cannot face the trembling crowd that flinch in
Priests haven't got an answer.
Grendel's name.
Grendel's terrifying everybody, and the gods have deserted them. Earthrim Walker. Was that Answers on a Postcard? Was that in Grendel? Was it in Beowulf? Shaper's songs. I honestly, I do not have the literary credentials to know what I'm looking at here. I just know it paints a better picture than the movie, the Ray Winston movie ever did. And here we go. Widdly, widdly, widdly. This is classic 70s prog. It's coming for you, boy. So this is written from the monster's perspective. The monster's the hero of this story. He knows he's going to win. He knows that victory is assured. This is the monster's story. And astonishingly, as I say, post-punk, early 80s, this band built a following sufficient, as I understand it, to fill the Hammersmith Odeon without a record deal. Ruthers was whittling, Kelly was whittling. This band were relentless in their desire to play the music they wanted to play, and they found an audience. And if that doesn't tell you something about what music is, nothing will. Screw fashion. If you want a Grendel, you Grendel. I really do have a soft spot for this kind of epic construction. I have a soft spot for prog. I'm on Grendel's side at this point. I really am. Of course, Marillion have gone on to become a lot. They were clearly Genesis influenced here. Everybody knows it. They know it. But boy, they were doing it well. Atmosphere, musicianship, bravery, fearlessness, actually. And I suspect a big part of their appeal was this writer, this angry Scotsman who demanded attention. That's poetry. Humbly beg him through. Just leave us alone, Grendel. Shone by leaf and stream. The monster. Beguiling queen, her innocence offends his icy heart. I mean, it's wow. It's incredibly poetic, and I have no idea how much it takes from the originals. I just know that what he put down here captures a rich texture. That's a very 80s, 70s, 80s keyboard sound.
Trees and silence, bewitched by the reptile spell. Sulphurous essence pervades round the grassy dell. Hero awaits him like lamb to the butcher's knife. Staring in the heavens, ignore even children's cry.
I don't know what Stellular is. Answers on a postcard. Can't help but think there's a hint of Grendel in Fish. Screams are his music, lightning are his guide. Death by his side. What a great line. Futile their sacrifices, even their hearts must know. They're going to stand and they're going to die because Grendel is coming. Heroes' delusions would sweeten the brave. I've honestly never dug into these lyrics, and looking at them at this granular level, it's quite exciting. Cares not for the brave. They do a fantastic job of writing from the antagonist's perspective. Not even trying to make him an anti-hero. They've given him no noble purpose. They've just said, I am a monster. My job is to kill. Brave people try to stop me killing. I will kill those brave people. That is my job. I am the antagonist. And yet, I'm on Grendel's side. The lyric takes me into his heart, it takes me into his soul. And musically, I mean, we're 12 minutes in. 12 minutes in. Was this, when was this? 80, 81 perhaps? 12 minutes in when the New Romantics were on the bus. Post-punk, they were doing this. They were the monster. They were Grendel. This band were Grendel, and they stayed Grendel. They stayed Grendel for a long time, and they still stand. And I would imagine if you saw this live, when Travis hit this bass line, I suspect the room shook. The stage. Couldn't that be Fish to the music business? Couldn't that be this band to the music business? We're coming in like it or not. Okay, yeah, I'm a partisan. I've loved this band since I discovered them. And I resent the music business for the way they treated them. I resent the Jules Hollands of this world. I relate to the anger of this angry young man writing about a monster. Okay, I've just developed a theory. Marillion and Grendel, the music business, are the self-righteous. And they were coming to let the blood flow. If nothing else, Fish was channeling his rage into this monster and bringing people along with him. More power to his elbow. And even then, Rothery's tone, bell-like, clear bell-like as he used to describe it. He just... great bass line, great guitar, just prog. Out of place, out of date, out of time, I don't care. Can't remember, were we left with Let the Blood Flow? I think we were. Let the blood flow. It's as good a mission statement as any. The spice must flow, the blood must flow. I probably shouldn't have done this video. I don't have an awful lot to say about the lyric because it's way above my pay grade. But if nothing else, in a world full of people following the priests, this is a band that were willing to be the monster, and they stuck to their guns and they stuck to their principles, and they popped on the radar long enough to draw the attention of young teenage boys and young teenage girls. And in 2020, they're still making music, and they've still got a fan base asking for this song and every song they've made since. And that deserves to be celebrated, even if it is out of time and 17 minutes long and a little bit like Genesis. There are worse things than being like Genesis. There are, and certainly if you're going to write a lyric inspired by one of the oldest written tales and a book written from the POV of a monster, if you're going to make a monster song like Grendel, I'm listening. You're probably not by now, but if you are, thanks for watching. Maybe see you again. Keep the faith.